welcome to a new episode of Insta Talk, the show that does all the talking for you by covering all the latest stories on social media by your favorite influencers, bloggers, and lifestyle experts. I'm Dina, and on today's show, we're diving deep into the much welcomed vaccine news. And with news, McDonald's are finally introducing a meat-free range. Health expert and plant-based activist chef Daniela is here to show you how to make some homemade vegan burgers. Yes, and let's face it, loungewear is all we're wearing these days. Our fashion expert Rana is here to show you the best loungewear on the market at affordable prices and how you can get away with wearing it on a Zoom call. And with the next month stuck indoors, our loungewear on, minimal makeup is required. Our celebrity makeup artist Joanne Morgan is here to show you how to do the no makeup look. So stay tuned. Hopes are high after the news that a COVID vaccine is within reach. After analysis has shown Pfizer-BioNTech's candidate was 90% effective in protecting people from transmission of the virus in global trials. The vaccine performed much better than most experts had hoped for and brings into view a potential end to a pandemic that has killed more than 1 million people, battered economies, and upended daily life worldwide. It's good news, but it would be a tragic mistake to relax our vigilance right away. Our expert, Professor Dia Kamel, is here to explain what the vaccine news really means for the world. With me now on Insta Talk is Professor Dia Kamel, who's here with us to actually talk about the actual vaccine. Hello, Dr. Kamel, and so lovely to have you on Insta Talk.
Hello, good afternoon. Thanks for having me.
You're more than welcome. Now, as you know, Professor Kamel, everybody was welcoming the amazing news of the discovery of the vaccine, but I just wanted to know, first of all, what was your reaction to the news of a possible vaccine, and would you actually take it with a 90% effective rate?
Thank you very much. Very important question indeed. Of course, we've been following the development of many vaccines, and it's expected now by the end of 2020, after such a horrible pandemic, to expect to see a few vaccines coming up, and especially after completion of phase 3 trials. So it's not a surprise for me to see a vaccine coming up, and I would expect at least 10 vaccines to be completing the phase 3 trials very soon, either end of this year or beginning early next year. With regard to your second part of the question, the vaccine goes through several stages for approval, and the first stage would be in the lab. So in the lab within cells. The second stage will be in animals, like trial in experimental animals, and the third stage will be in human. Each of these trials are comprising 3 phases, and the 3 phases in human, phase 1, 2, 3, it means that the vaccine has been tested in at least thousands of individuals as volunteers for the vaccine. The reason for testing the vaccine, 3 important issues. The first important issue, to make sure that the vaccine is safe and has no major side effects. The second important issue, of course, to make sure that the vaccine is effective and will give immunity for the people who are administrating it. The third point, to determine the dosage which will incite an immunity response against the virus. So this has been completed. Now, the first vaccine to complete the phase 3 trials, which is Pfizer-BioNTech, it is actually 90% effective, which is very good. And it has limited side effects. So side effects is almost limited. Nothing is 100%, of course, but there is very minimal side effects or almost no side effects, together with 90% efficacy. And the third point, it is requiring to administrate 2 doses, one as an initial dose and the second is booster dose. For the third part of your question, yes, I would administer the vaccine indeed, because we have to get out of this pandemic. This is our hope, to get out of this pandemic and to normal life before COVID.
I see. Now, obviously, a lot of the scientists are saying that the vaccine will be as safe as it can be, and like you mentioned, there is always going to be some side effects. What advice would you actually give to those that are worried about having the vaccine?
Well, they have the right to worry. Everyone has the right to worry of having a vaccine. We are entering into getting a new medicine or new something in our body, which we are not really 100% sure about. But I would like to give an advice that, as I mentioned in my first question, this vaccine has gone through strict regulation until it's approved. And I don't think they should worry. The most important issue here, there is very limited or even minimal side effects or drawbacks of administering this vaccine. The 90% is relating to the efficacy or how effective it is. In fact, maybe from now till the next couple of years, we would know which is the best vaccine. So there will be, as I mentioned, about 10 vaccines coming up very soon to complete their phase 3 trials, and this is the first one. So we will see, and we are lucky to have such variety and a number of vaccines to know which is the best vaccine, and in the terms of vaccine which will give an absolute immunity which could last with us for several years.
Right. Okay. I'll ask this question all the time, actually. Will I be, willing to take the vaccine? And to be honest with you, I'll probably say, with the way that we are actually leading our lives at the moment, living with, masks and staying indoors and not being able to see our loved ones and our families, I'll probably say yes, definitely. So this is my initial reaction. Professor Kamal, I know how busy you are. Pardon? Sorry?
I would definitely agree with you.
Excellent. Professor Kamal, I know how busy you are, but just one last question, please. Boris has said the UK will be at the forefront of the pack for the vaccine since the news had broken out. Will poorer countries be left behind, since all the major, bigger countries are right at the front now trying to get hold of this vaccine?
It's a very good question indeed. Well, there are several international organizations they were actually worried about this issue. Therefore, about end of July, there was a summit, internet summit held by Gavi. The organization is meant to provide vaccines to poorer countries, especially the children in these unable countries. And it has been decided that many of the countries, especially the third world or poorer countries, their children will get the vaccine almost the same time of the other countries or richer countries or more fortunate countries. Indeed, you cannot control this. It's business and it's money, unfortunately. There might be some countries getting the vaccine before others, but you never know. Hopefully, we have to understand, it's very important to understand, it's a global problem. It's not only UK or only certain country problem. What does this mean? If the developed countries protected their people, they can get transmission of disease from elsewhere, from outside, through flights, through visiting, through any means, because we are living in a small village, although we are living in a big universe.
Yes, that's true.
So we are connected. We have to look at it as a problem. It's a global problem, but we have to unite, and we think this is all the universal problem, not only one country's issue.
Fantastic. Wonderful. Well, Professor Kamal, thank you so much for your amazing advice, and hopefully people will be encouraged now to accept, the offer, if should they be offered, obviously, to have the vaccine once it is out. Thank you so much for being on Insta Talk.
Thank you for having me, and it has been a great pleasure.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Fast food chain McDonald's is looking to expand its menu with the introduction of a new plant-based burger patty from 2021, a welcomed announcement from vegans everywhere. Plant-based products are an ongoing consumer trend, but the company is only rolling out the new vegan options in some markets. If you don't want to wait until 2021, our health expert and plant-based activist Daniela is here to give you a simple guide to making some delicious homemade vegan burgers. Here with us is our gorgeous Chef Daniela. Hello, Daniela, and lovely to see you back on Insta Talk.
Thank you so much for having me back. I'm excited to be here this week.
We're always so excited to see what you have on offer for us this week, and especially that this week we are talking about the vegan burger and McDonald's. What are they doing?
Right. It's a new world.
It's a new world. That is brilliant. It is brilliant news, actually. And we're also excited. Now, since we're talking about vegan burgers, what is the best meat substitute that has the closest texture to beef, in your opinion, Daniela?
Yes. Okay, great. I love that this is happening with fast food chains. And I want to just emphasize there's really 3 different types of alternative meat options. Right. The first 2, you and I have probably heard, that they go by the brand names of either Impossible or Beyond Meat. Now, both of these are different kind of meat substitutes. One of them uses like a coconut heme protein, and the other one uses pea protein with a combination of other ingredients. Right. But there's a third kind of veggie burger that I also want to offer that sometimes is forgotten, and that's the homemade veggie burger, something that I love so much. And that is usually made with a combination of any ingredient like legumes, beans, even nuts, grains. And today I'm going to show you how to pull one together really quickly.
That sounds fantastic. But actually, before we actually go into the ingredients of a vegan burger, how can we make it full of flavor and so close to the actual taste of a meaty burger?
Well, so that's the cool thing about burgers is that you can season them however you want. That's the cool thing about making a hamburger however you want. You can do any spices, any herbs, and any other added ingredients like zest or things like black beans if you wanted to. You can even put elements in your burgers like red onion or chives, anything you really want to make it flavorful. So with the meat alternatives, they're really great because they're kind of a neutral flavor, kind of like beef burgers or turkey burgers are generally. Right. And we are adding the flavor with the different recipe that we're using. So always opt in for things like garlic powder is really great. Obviously, lots of salt and pepper. I love to use sea salt, but you can use truly anything to flavor it up. And I say the more flavorful, the better, and match up your ingredients. So if you want something like a Tex-Mex burger, maybe consider adding chili powder or cayenne pepper to the meat mixture before you put them in patties and grill them up.
Right. Okay. Well, I can see all the ingredients there in front of you. So if you could so go ahead and show us how to create a perfect vegan burger, please.
Okay, so there's many different ways, and I'm talking like many hundreds of different recipes that you can use to make a really delicious and moist veggie burger. But here's one of my favorites. This is a cauliflower quinoa burger, and it's really made super simply with these 3 base ingredients. So I'm going to show you here on the camera. And this here is just a little bit of oats, a little bit of cooked cauliflower that's actually been steamed off. I actually just steam it right in my microwave, and a little bit of quinoa. I do equal parts. And then you can add to this a vegan egg, which is just flaxseed and water. I'll show you here. It kind of looks jelly-like. Yeah. And then other ingredients. These are kind of no-brainers, whatever you want. Maybe a little red onion. I already said garlic powder. And I mentioned herbs too, maybe some fresh parsley. And you bring it together in a patty mixture. And what it looks like are these delicious, I've made sliders here. So these are little mini burgers. You can see the oats. And it's really simple what you would do to sort of like make it even more healthy and delicious and satiating is I love to do a lettuce wrap. Are you a lettuce wrap fan, Dina?
I love lettuce. I love lettuce in absolutely everything.
Yes. So instead of using a bun, I'm going to use a lettuce wrap to keep it a little lighter. Since it's the holiday season or nearing towards, I know that I've been eating a lot more sugar and maybe filling up. So I'm going to keep this light. I just take some green leaf lettuce, I wrap it up, and you have a delicious veggie burger in a lettuce wrap ready to go.
That looks amazing. And am I assuming these vegan burgers, are they actually have been grilled, or are they been in the oven, or what, or do you fry, or how do you actually do it?
I love grilling. I love pan sauteing as well. So there's no wrong way to do it. And the cool thing about the veggie burger is that you can actually make it stickier, more moist. You can make it held together more with more oats. So let's say you want to put it on the grill, just make sure that the meat mixture that you've created, it sticks together a little bit more, so it will hold up on the grill. And if they're a little softer, maybe opt in to just put them in a saute pan and fry them up on both sides. Simple.
That sounds amazing. That sounds brilliant. And with the lockdown, since you're talking about, piling on all the sugar, for lockdown, this is absolutely perfect. Throw away the buns and use the lettuce.
That's right. Oh, I forgot to share. I also just cooked off a little roasted potatoes, maybe some French fries on the side, and you have your meal in minutes. And hey, if you guys want this recipe, I just wanted to offer this to you. I offer this recipe in my November Plant-Based Made Easy cookbook. It is a digital download, and we will give you the link and put that here so that you guys can consider downloading it if you want.
That sounds amazing. Well, thank you so much, Daniela, for this amazing recipe. I am sure going to be testing it and doing it at home and preparing it for my family. And thank you ever so much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Searches for loungewear have increased by 119% in the past year, seeing a 140% spike in recent weeks. With working from home still the norm for many, slouchy clothes have become our daily uniform, and as we head into the colder months, it's time to stock up on winter warmers for days spent largely indoors. That doesn't mean style has to go out the window, however. Our fashion expert Rana is here to show you some trends to try if you want to take your loungewear game to the next level this season. And with me now is our gorgeous Rana Assaid from Rana Zone. Hello Rana, how are you, my darling? You okay?
Yes, well, alhamdulillah, good. Inti, how are you, Dina?
I'm very well, thank you, my darling. And I can see that you are already in your tracksuits and in your loungewear outfit, which is just perfect for lockdown, isn't it?
Yeah.
Actually,
this is a special limited edition suit from Juicy Couture because they are the top end trend to give us, the tracksuits and comfortable with a loungewear with a terry cloth, and velvet and sometimes cashmere. So celebrities all wear for Juicy. This is why I chose this, with a long jacket.
Perfect.
It was made for Ramadan 3 years ago, and even they put
that's crescent.
with the star.
Beautiful. That is lovely. I love
it. So when you told me, I said I would dress this to be comfortable.
It looks amazing. I mean, obviously, with the colder weather and with the lockdown, and we are spending more time at home now, wearing sort of tracksuits and, sort of normal loungewear is actually becoming our daily uniform. So we thought, why don't we go to Rana, and then she can actually give us some ideas about the different types and styles that are out there with tracksuits and loungewear. So off you go. Tell us what you have in store for us, please, Rana.
Yes, as you said, after the lockdown, people went to elastic.
Yeah. Okay.
So to be more comfortable. Yes. So we'll not say as a pajama, but it is more technical and comfortable.
Yeah.
Because as we saw that we with the COVID, we stayed home.
Yes.
So we saw lots of brands actually switch to casual and like a tracksuit and comfy clothes.
Right.
So actually, I went into my wardrobe and I saw myself. I have lots of Adidas, but we can see lots of them now in the market.
Right.
We saw this. This is a limited edition by Beyonce,
right?
With a top. You see,
It's very nice.
And this, yeah, and this, but I was having some, in Dubai, some comfortable things.
Yes, that looks
This
very
one
nice.
with,
Combination of tracksuits. Yeah.
this is a Japanese G1.
Yeah.
And what is now trending is the tie-dye. This where you can
Very
find
nice.
lot of this is from Bershka. You can see a lot of these with different colors, rainbow colors.
True.
This is very comfy.
Yes.
Yeah, and we can find them with their on tops, or you can like put like some shirts, like a hoodie.
Yeah.
Because it's cold in London, like long sleeves. So this is what is the trending. Like this is a new also brown by Beyonce. You can see a big
I like
leg,
it.
wide leg.
Yeah. A lot of these sort of loungewear outfits are actually quite cropped as well. So, the tops are actually crop tops. Now, for somebody that, like for myself, I don't wear crop tops simply because of my body. So what do you actually recommend for our viewers that don't like to wear crop tops in their loungewear?
We saw, oversized jumpers.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah. That's very nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oversized jumpers can cover it well.
Right.
So we can see this one I got also from Adidas.
That's very nice.
It's nice,
very bright. It's very
bright.
sporty bright, I call them. Just like obviously your tracksuit that you're wearing. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, and you can if you are at the night and you have like a gathering, you want to feel that you're going out, but you are not going out. So go, feel that
you're allowed to feel. You're allowed to feel that you're out and with your friends and stuff. Yeah. Get them all on FaceTime, get them all on Zoom, yes, and then just have a virtual party, yes, wearing your loungewear.
Yes. You can put some YouTube songs and, go.
That's true. That's true. That's the only thing we seem to be able to do. That's right. You're absolutely right.
Exactly. It's like just to feel that you are, not totally locked down.
Yes.
I mean that do your own atmosphere at home, dress up, even if it's trunk suit or even if it's like a casual wear, you can mix and match with a nice big statement earring.
Yes.
You can have what they say, what they call it? Sorry.
A choker. Yes, these are very nice. But do you think while you're at home and you're in your loungewear, would you like to put a choker around? Maybe.
Not all the day, but I need to feel that.
To feel that you're sort of going out virtually. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Take selfie.
Yes.
Post on your social media.
I'm the queen of selfies. You know me, I'm the queen of selfies, so I'll probably be taking selfies all the time.
And TikTok. You are queen of TikTok also.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, my lovely Rana. Thank you ever so much. I mean, you've given us some really good tips about loungewear, and I can see that there's also apparently there's a cozy cashmere type of loungewear. There's the velour vibes that we saw with Irina Isak as well. So I mean, there are so many different fabrics as well with the tracksuits.
And also velvet. For winter.
Oh, velvet, that's right. Velvet's very, very fashionable. That's true.
It's all over, now with the sale and discounts you can find in Zara, ASOS, Bershka, Topshop. Now it's everywhere.
Brilliant. That's a wrap. Thank you so much. Enjoy your stay at home with your lovely tracksuit and take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
For so many of us, putting on touches of makeup has been a major mood lifter this year. Sometimes we need a pick-me-up in the form of a little mascara or a bold lipstick to combat those winter blues, especially as we continue to quarantine at home. While the autumn season typically ushers in shades of merlot, plum and berry, one of this winter's biggest trends is set to be the minimalist look. Celebrity makeup artist Joanne Morgan is here to take us back to basics, and whilst the term basic gets a bad rep, we're claiming it back. And with me now is our gorgeous Joanne Morgan, who has got no makeup on whatsoever. You look amazing though.
It's a very rare occurrence. I have tinted my eyelashes, otherwise I look ridiculous.
No, you look absolutely amazing. And you've got your loungewear on as well, so which is obviously the theme of our show for this week, and especially with the lockdown. Now, okay, so we've been talking about the sort of the minimalist look, okay? Now, what shades should we actually stick with for this minimal look?
Okay, I would just advise to go totally neutral. I mean, you can introduce an olive green if you like. That's quite in at the moment. So I wasn't actually going to use an olive green today, but I would just go for, rather than introducing particular colors, go for the shade and the highlights, rather than actually applying a color, even down to a lip gloss as well. And also I would say, I mean, I've done yoga this morning, so I've just put my hoodie on, I've just put my jumper on. And if you want to look in a loungewear type mood, you don't want harsh cheeks, you don't want to be powdered to the max, you want that dewy, natural look going on. So got a couple of tips for you, so more than happy to start.
All right, ahead. Thank you.
Today, so this is Becca's Shimmering Skin Perfector. It's a primer, but it's got a slight shimmer to it, and I'm going to mix it with Makeup for TV's own BB cream. So I'd advise a tinted moisturizer over a foundation, and if you've got blemishes, then you can cover that afterwards. So I'm just going to mix them on my hands, nothing too complicated at all. So you can apply it with your hands if you want to, and you can just dab the two as a mixture, and on it goes. So and we're going to just kind of rub that in. It's a bit cruder than the usual application of makeup, that's for sure.
Of course, it's understandable.
And then we smooth off around the edges, make sure we've got no lines or anything. I'm just going to do that so I can roughly see what I'm doing without putting strange faces. And then obviously people are going to be slightly, I mean, lockdown's exhausting. I don't know about you, but I find it incredibly tiring. I don't know if it's the stress of it all or whatever. So we're all going to need a little bit of work under our eyes. Again, using a shimmering primer of some sort, just because that reflects the light and it helps. And then get yourself concealer. So this is one of Makeup for TV's concealer palettes. We do the lighter and darker. I don't know if you can see the difference in the shades there. And then, so if you mix that, I'm just dabbing it with a brush into the primer there. And then you instantly, it kind of wakes up under the eyes.
It instantly sort of gives that sort of fresh,
it makes it it can look a little bit flat, but at the end of the day, you'd rather look flat than divoted with kind of loads of creases and black marks over your face. Pop a little bit into this part of the eye as well, because the eyelids, especially on the over 30s, the eyelids do tend to take a little bit of a battering. So as soon as you remove the purple, which I have done on that eye, you can see the difference already. You start to look a little less tired. So so we take that away.
That looks really good. That looks brilliant. What about, can I ask you, I mean, are the bold brows, are they still in trend at the moment? You know, sort of having really strong eyebrows?
Well, if you're going for a totally natural look, then some people would go for eyebrow, mascara, and a nude lip, so that the eyebrow would be the feature. We've discussed the fact that we're both blonde and we both got these blonde eyebrows. I know. So I mean, I don't accentuate my brows at all. But definitely go in with an angled brush and a brow palette, and just make sure they're nice and tidy. So we're just gonna, I will darken them today, and this is just for you. Just so that you can see what I look like.
Insta Talk, getting Joanne to do something different.
I know, come on with no makeup and then put eyebrows on. So there we go. So I look, that's one eyebrow.
Yes.
Yeah, pop it on with a brush. Don't draw it on very, very heavily. And then you want to brush it through the hair. The other alternative, if you want to be really quick, excuse me, is to coat the underside of the hair with the colour that you're going to use. So you brush it actually in the opposite direction, just to coat the underside of the hair, and then using your spoolie, pop it back where it belongs.
Oh, very nice.
Already
direction. You can tell it is such a big difference. It looks amazing. I love it.
So it can make a big change. And then there's these pencils. So this is a Bobbi Brown one, and it's a kind of it's upside down. Excuse me. It's a one for all and all for one.
Yeah.
You can put these anywhere. So if you want a little bit of shading, just pop it on.
Yeah.
On there.
Yeah.
And then my eyesight's so bad, but you're all aware of that. And then use your fingers.
Yeah.
Use your fingers and just spread it. And I mean, literally, we're getting pretty much a full makeup on.
Yeah.
But it's a natural look again. But because we concealed the purple, it just gives you a nice shade. And if you want to, you can take that up into the socket line. But I wouldn't worry too much about a socket line. You know, it's yoga.
Yes.
You're in your loungewear.
Yes, true. Yes.
And then we will put a little bit of cheek colour on, but we're not going to powder. Sorry about the clattering in the background. We're not going to powder at all. So we're just going to pop a little.
A really fresh look, isn't it? Just
a gentle bit of cheek colour.
Yeah.
To give you a fresh look there.
Amazing.
And then you can use a brush and not a harsh eyeliner, and just use a powder and pop a tiny little bit under your eyes.
Yeah. With
a brown. I wouldn't recommend a black.
Yeah.
Then you start getting into darker colours again.
Yes, true.
So
really
that
nice
on.
neutral colours, yes. Beautiful.
Yeah, really, really gentle again. And then we're going to get our mascara and put some eyelashes on. So I wouldn't advocate wearing false eyelashes if you're having
certainly we wouldn't want to do that, sort of put false eyelashes while you're actually at home with the lockdown.
No, absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, you can get the ones that you just pop on with the latex free glues that they have.
Yeah.
So just pop a little bit of mascara on.
Yeah.
I don't know why I have to open my mouth when I put mascara on. Everyone's got their own ways of putting
Everybody's
things
got their
on.
own way, true. That's right. Absolutely. And then we're going to dab on a bit of is it lip gloss, or what are we? Well, I'm weary of time. So what are we going to dab on?
It's up to you. So I love this, this is the W7 lip balm. It's got a very gentle.
I like this stuff. Yeah.
Pink tone to it. I think it's £5.95 this one. So you're not going to be breaking the bank.
Yeah.
It just, if you've got any of your moisturizer color on your face, it'll just take it away.
Yeah.
And there we go. It's a very natural, healthy. I look healthy.
You always looked healthy, darling. But you look absolutely amazing. I love it. I love the look. I love the loungewear, sort of minimalist look. So thank you so much, Joanne Morgan, for giving us some amazing tips. And I'm definitely going to be using your tips. Thank you so much.
All right, my lovely. You take care. Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
This brings us to the end of this week's show. I would like to thank all our guests for coming on to Insta Talk, and a special thank you goes to all the amazing team that works very hard in making this show to your social media platforms. We will be back next week on Thursdays with all the latest trending stories from our fashion stylists, influencers, and lifestyle experts. And if you want to watch our weekly episodes of Insta Talk, then follow us online at WTX News on Facebook and Instagram, or visit our website www.wtxnews.com, or subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can like, share, and comment. So that's it from all of us. I'll see you all next week. Take care. Goodbye.